Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to talk about one term or phrase called objective correlative, and that term was invented by the famous poet T.S. Eliot, and he was one of the prominent names of the British literature, and not just British literature, American literature as well. So the term objective correlative was popularized by T.S. Eliot in his famous essay Hamlet and His Problems in the year 1990, and it was first published in his collection of 20 essays named The Sacred Wood, Essays on Poetry and Criticism in the next year, in the year 1920. And so before the term got popularized by the famous poet T.S. Eliot, the term first used by an American poet painter named Washington Allston in his critical treatise Lectures on Art in the year 1850, and from that T.S. Eliot got his inspiration. And in his work, Allston says or describes the relation between the mind and the external world. And Allston says that the objects in the external world has a predetermined relationship to the ideas pre-existing in the mind, and that mind requires as the condition of its manifestation its objective correlative. And another possible source for T.S. Eliot's objective correlative was George Santayana's Poetry and Religion, and it was published in the year 1900, where he argues that the author or the poet seeks correlative objects for the expression of feeling. So, what is the purpose of using this term objective correlative in a work of art? Well, the purpose of using objective correlative in a piece of work is to show the protagonist or character's emotions by showing up, not rather than describing through words. And according to T.S. Eliot, he says that there should be an exact correspondence between the dominant emotion and its objective equivalent. And Hamlet, the play written by William Shakespeare, lacks that correspondence in it, and that's why it is called by T.S. Eliot an artistic failure. Eliot says that the only way of expressing emotion is by finding an objective correlative in a work of art. And in other words, he says that objective correlative is a set of objects, a situation, or a chain of events that shall be the formula of that particular dominant emotion. And when these external things get into our sensory experience, at that time, all those particular emotions or all that particular emotions evoked in the audience. Suppose a poet is creating his own piece of work, that is, he is writing his poetry. So, in that situation, T.S. Eliot says there must be a positive connection between the emotion the poet is trying to express and the object or image or situation in the poem that helps to convey that emotion to the reader. There must be a possible positive connection between these things. But when T.S. Eliot offers a critical reading of Shakespeare's play Hamlet, he determines that Shakespeare's play Hamlet lacks that artistic excellence. And he says that Hamlet, the protagonist's emotion or overwhelming response towards his mother and his uncle, is expressed or described through soliloquies. But it lacks that certain set of events or chain of events or a situation that could evoke emotions in the audience. So, in that term, it lacks artistic excellency and it is a failure. Later on, T.S. Eliot also compared this drama Hamlet to another flawed masterpiece, that is the painting of Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci, and where he says that this painting by Leonardo da Vinci is quite fascinating, but it does not bear that artistic triumph. And likewise, Hamlet also lacks a certain set of events or situation that could express the emotion that Hamlet was going through at that time, when his father was murdered by his uncle. So it is truly an artistic failure by determined by T.S. Eliot. The perfect example of objective correlative that we find in another masterpiece written by William Shakespeare, and that masterpiece is called the drama Macbeth. In Macbeth, the mental agony of Lady Macbeth has been made objective, and it is truly adequate to convey that emotion that Lady Macbeth was going through at that time, and it can connect to the audience as well. It is presented in such a way that it can be seen by the eyes and also felt by the heart as well. And instead of communicating these emotions to the audience directly, the dramatist has embodied these situations or them in a situation or a chain of events, which suitably communicate the emotion to the audience or to the reader. So this sleepwalking scene is a perfect example of objective correlative that we find whenever we go through this drama Macbeth. So that's it for today. I hope you all like it, and if you like it, give it a like and please subscribe my channel. I will meet you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Tata.